Today we're going to be going over a review of this bad boy right here, the Bissell Spotclean Pro. And as you can see from the looks of it, it's not just something I've just bought right now. This is going to be a long-term review. I've had this thing for over a year now. And on top of that, I also flip cars, so it's not like I just use this here and there. I've used this on plenty of different cars. So in this video, we're going to be covering my overall thoughts on it for over a year of ownership, using it for all those different cars. And on top of that, I also have some disgusting floor mats I'm going to be trying it out on that you guys can see as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. What's up guys, my name is Jamal from Flipping University. In this channel, I help people that might not have much mechanical experience go from amateur to expert flipping cars so that they can build a life of freedom. And there's a lot of different videos that I've seen out there going over using the Bissell Spotclean Pro. I just wanted to give my opinion on it, and not even just an opinion as someone that is a car detailer that fully does car detailing on its own, but also as someone that is a car flipper. And as you might know, being a car flipper, you kind of blend a couple different jobs into one. Not only are you an appraiser for cars, but you're also somewhat of a car mechanic, you're a salesman, and also a detailer. And for other people that are also flipping cars, this is the type of thing, even if not exactly this product, you should be getting. You need to have some type of extractor for those really dirty seats out there. There's going to be some cars that are way too filthy to just use a brush and a cleaning spray alone. And there's not going to be too much to this process, but this is the set of products I'm going to be using. First, I'm going to be going over it with the P&S carpet bomber right there. Then I'm going to be using the drill with the brush attachment to really loosen up all the dirt. And then I'll be coming behind it with the Bissell Spotclean Pro to see what it can do. And then I have two mats I'm going to be cleaning up. The first one is just going to be this right here. This is going to kind of be the semi-soiled mat. It's not too bad. Then this is the next one after that. This one, it has some pretty deep marks into it. This one could be a little bit tougher to clean out. And then this is the last one. This one has a little bit more dirt going into it. And again, we'll see if it could actually pick all that up. All right, so the first thing, I'm just going to spray this along the whole mat and then let it sit for around 3 minutes and then come back and brush it up. Now time to give it a good brush. This is how it's looking after I just did the drill brush. Honestly, this one already isn't looking too bad, so I'd imagine the extractor shouldn't have too hard of a time to take everything out. But these other ones, we'll see about that. And now we're gonna start using the Bissell Spotclean Pro to get everything right. But before we actually get into cleaning it, we're just gonna go over a quick walkthrough of what it's like to use it. It's honestly not too much to it, but just in case you didn't know. There's a couple of parts to it. This is the reservoir where all the dirt's gonna be going into. This is why it's looking so dirty. You can pull this out after everything is extracted. You guys are gonna see all the dirty water going directly into here. This is the container in the back. This is where you put your solution. Usually all I do is just put hot soapy water into it, and then I use my own detailing spray to put into the upholstery. And this is the product itself. It has the little start and stop button right there. This is how the whole thing looks. And then it comes with this hose with the little brush attachment on the end of it. When you buy it, you generally get a small bottle of the Bissell Spotclean Pro solution by itself, but usually I don't use that. I like to use my own stuff. Now with this part, the audio actually got messed up. It ended up having to fast forward through the whole thing. But as you can see right here, I went over it with the extractor. This is how it's looking after. It actually came out to look really good. And this is me going over the next one with the drill and the spray. And here it is with the extractor. I don't know if you guys can relate, if you guys are doing detailing as well, but gotta say it's pretty therapeutic doing this stuff. Just seeing all the dirty water getting sucked through this hose. But this is how it's looking after. There still is a bit of a spot right there. Honestly, I don't know if that's something that an extractor can even take out. It almost looks like it's just embedded into the carpet now. But so far so good, it's looking good. Now for the big daddy. This is the one that I was waiting to actually check out and see if it could take out most of those stains. But we're gonna follow the same process. Put the spray over it. And by the way, this isn't really a review for this detailing spray, but Big shout out to these guys, P&S. This has probably been my main go-to for detailing products now. This is actually what the professionals use if you are going to be a professional detailer. If you guys are going to be doing this stuff to detail cars to flip, I would definitely suggest their products as well. You can really get a big bulk of their products that's like a gallon or so, just like I showed in the beginning of the video. And honestly, it could probably last you a good like 4 or 5 months or so without having to jump to another one. And the one that I got, it was only like 20 to 25 bucks for it. So I definitely would suggest that. But back to spraying this on. And let's see how it looks after the drill. All right, so this one is definitely going to be a serious test. The top of the mat really is a decent amount cleaner already just with the drill brush alone, but the bottom of the mat is still pretty filthy. So this is going to be a real test to see what the extractor can do. And this is how this one came out. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I was actually unsure if I'd be able to take out all the dirt at first. There still is a little bit of staining. That's where most of the dirt was right there. The top is basically all good, but there's a little bit of a stain right there if you guys can see that on the camera, but it's a lot better than it was before. So as you guys could see, it did pretty well, honestly. Like I said, I was unsure if we would be able to get that last one, but it knocked it out fairly well. Again, I will put one disclaimer in though. I had to go over it probably a good like 5 times before it got to that level. When I went over it the first time, it was still looking pretty dirty. It was better than it was before just with using the drill brush alone. But if I just left it at that, it really wouldn't have made too much of a result. So truthfully, if you are measuring this up against one of the top of the line detailing extractors that people would probably pay like over $1,000 for, I'm sure something like that could probably do what this one did in fewer passes and probably save you more time. But again, this honestly isn't competing directly with something like that. It's more so competing against other things that's also in this $100 to a little bit under price range. And this just leads me into my overall opinions of it. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good value. Usually what I see now, they sell around $160 to $170 for it. And I've tried out some of the other spot cleaners and they really don't do as good of a job as this one. They either take a lot longer to clean up the same amount of dirt, or they just don't really do as good of a job. They don't get all the dirt out nearly as much as this one does. As a couple of negatives, to be honest, there's not really many I could think of. It hasn't really been any time so far that it's been leaking or anything like that. I would just say, if it is leaking, just make sure that you have all the stuff completely on the vacuums, because I have seen times before where I was like, uh-oh, I think it's leaking, and then really it's just that one of the little tubs wasn't fully connected. But so far it's actually been really reliable. I would honestly suggest it. And as you could see, it did a pretty good job of cleaning out these mats. And again, this channel is not really a detailing channel. This channel is mainly about buying and selling cars. And just for the people that are newer to this channel, I'm also going to be helping you guys out with a checklist I'm going to be giving completely for free. It's going to just highlight the 10 simple steps that you could follow to get a good car deal every time. You can download it onto your phone and bring it with you with every car you're going to check out. To get access to that, just go to the link in the description below. There's also something huge that I've been launching for the people that are on the checklist right now up until the end of this week. They're getting an exclusive bonus, so make sure if you are going to get that checklist, you get it right now and look out for your emails. But this is just my recommendation for a spot cleaner that I've used. If you guys have any other recommendations of something that you see in a similar price range that people can get and you have a better experience of it, let me know in the comments below. But that's everything, guys. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to be alerted when the next video drops. All right, guys, till next time, peace.